Okay, so um, now let's take a look at how magnetic fields are produced. Okay, actually, pinag-aralan natin to or na-discuss na natin to dun sa previous na lesson natin. And in fact, nakita natin na if there's a moving charge, then it produces its own magnetic fields. Consequently, if you have a coil of charge, okay, it also produces its own magnetic field. So, ang isang prerequisite sa pag-produce ng magnetic field is when you have a charge that is moving. So, if a charge is stationary, then wala kang magnetic field, meron ka lang electric field. But if a charge is moving, it has both electric field and magnetic field. And if you have a collection of charges, such as those within a wire, then yung charge na yon ay mapoproduce ng magnetic field at saka ng electric field din. Okay, o yung collection ng charges na yung produce ng magnetic field. Okay, so i-consider muna natin yung single charge at tignan natin kung ano yung magnetic field na pinoproduce nito. So tulad ng sinabi natin before, marami nang gumawa ng mga experiments ito even way back before pa pinag-aralan yung electric field. So dun sa mga experiments na ginawa nila, nakita nila na yung magnetic field na napoproduce ng charge is proportional, okay, sa charge, of course. It's also proportional to uh, the inverse square. Okay? Kung gaano kalayo yung isang point from the charge at gusto mong malaman kung ano yung magnetic field na napoproduce at that point, yung relationship niyan is inverse square. Okay, tapos, of course, the charge has to be moving and the faster the charge moves, yung magnetic field also, tawag dito, increases, okay, proportionally. And in a single equation, okay, we can write that, okay, we can write yung mga relationships na yun sa mga parameters na yun as this. So, B is equal to mu naught over 4 pi times Q times V cross R hat over R squared. Okay, okay. So, ito yung ating magnetic field. Siyempre. Okay, ito yung ating charge. And then yung velocity. Okay, ng pag-move ng charge. Okay, now, and then ito yung distance. Kung saan natin gustong malaman yung yung magnetic field. So from the charge. And then meron tayong unit vector no ano na to na tawag dito na nilagay dito sa equation. Ano tong unit vector na to? So it's a unit vector, so it points towards the direction of something. It actually points towards the direction where you want the field to be measured. So this is from the point charge, okay, from the source of the magnetic field to where the field is measured. Okay, and then meron tayong bagong constant na nakita dito. Okay, so ano yung bagong constant na yan? Okay, so ang tawag natin diyan ay magnetic constant. Okay? At ang value ng magnetic constant na yan is 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. Okay, or approximately it's 1.25 256,63706 times 10 to the minus 6 Newton. Okay, ito ibang units nito, Newton second squared per Coulomb squared. And then, pwede rin tong unit na ito, 1.25663,706 times 10 to the minus 6. And then Weber, if you recall, yung Weber is the unit of flux over ampere meter. Pero typically, ito yung ginagamit na value. 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7. Tesla meter per ampere. Okay, madali din naman kasi tandaan yung, yung number na yan. 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7. Okay, okay. So, yan yung yan yung relationship nung no, yan yung equation and define nung relationship between yung magnetic field, nung charge, nung velocity, at saka nung distance nung charge to the point kung saan natin gusto malaman yung yung magnetic field. Okay? Now, uh, may sabihin lang ako about this mu naught. Itong mu naught na ito is actually a very important constant. Okay, bakit siya importante? It's equally important as the constant na epsilon naught, yung permittivity of free space. Okay, in fact, if we do this, okay, so 1 over square root ng mu naught epsilon naught. And if you recall, ang epsilon naught is 8.854 times 10 to the minus 12 coulomb squared Newton meter squared. Tapos yung mu naught is 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7 Tesla meter ampere. And then you take the square root of that. Okay, kunin na lang natin yung square root ng buo. Okay. What you'll get is actually this value, 2.998 times 10 to the 8 meters per second, or approximately 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. And if you're familiar with this value, yung value na yan is the speed of light. Now, I want you to take a few seconds to take in kung anong nangyari. So we have this constant from electricity and we have this constant from magnetism. And when you use this equation, you end up with a number that is equal to the speed of light. Okay, and this is not coincidence. Okay, and ito yung pag-aaralan natin towards the end of this course na yung electricity and magnetism are so intricately connected, okay, that yung connection nila actually results to yung concept ng light. Okay? So ito papyaw lang to dun sa sa magiging conclusion ng course na ito. Okay, so going back dito, okay, and now let's focus our attention dito sa V cross R na ito. So ang sinasabi nitong V cross R, if you syempre alam niyo naman yung mathematics niyan. Ang 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 V cross R hat, okay, is just V, di ba, times sine phi. Okay, wala yung r dito kasi remember this is a unit vector, so ang magnitude niyan is 1. Okay? So it's a unit vector. So v times sine phi. Yung phi na yan is the angle between v at kung saan man nakaturo yung r na yan. So kung saan yung position niya. So let's consider yung points na yan. So halimbawa, if we consider this point P, okay, ito yung ating V and yung unit vector na r hat points from the charge towards the location ng P. So yan yung unit vector na r hat. In this case, merong angle between them. Ang angle between them is phi, okay, according to this figure. Okay, now, if we want to consider, for example, yung point P somewhere here, then yung ating unit vector ay nakaturo in the same direction as the velocity. Okay, which means na yung velocity na yan at saka yung unit vector has an angle which is equal to 0. And if we refer back to this equation, if the angle between them is 0, sine 0 is 0, then yung magnetic field is 0. So at this point here, okay, this point here, yung magnetic field is 0. So any points along the line ng path, okay, nung magnetic field, nung velocity will be 0. Okay? And if you consider this point, then ito naman yung ating unit vector, ito yung ating phi. So meron ng angle between them and meron ding finite value yung magnetic field at this point. Okay? So yun yung sinasabi nung equation na to. Okay. So, let's consider this example. So let's say na meron tayong dalawang protons that are moving parallel to the x-axis in opposite directions. Okay, at dyan sa figure yung dalawang protons na yan. So, yung isang proton ay nagmo-move in this direction at yung isang proton ay nagmo-move in the opposite direction. Okay? Then, as ang speed nila is parehong v and small compared to the speed of light. At the instance shown, find the electric magnetic forces on the upper proton and compare their magnitudes. So, ano daw yung electric field at saka magnetic field dun sa upper proton? Yung electric field is straightforward, madaling makakompute. Okay, it's just given by uh, 1 over, sorry, electric force pala, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, and then q squared, q times q, okay, over r squared, which is yung distance, this distance between them. Okay? Now, what about yung magnetic force? Okay, to solve for the magnetic force, okay, kailangan muna natin makuha yung magnetic field na nararamdaman okay, nung charge na ito dahil sa charge na ito. Okay, so kasi itong charge na ito, nagpo-produce siya ng magnetic field and titignan natin kung ano nararamdaman ng magnetic field ng charge na to dyan sa point na yan. Okay, now we use yung equation na mu naught over 4 pi q v cross r hat over r squared. And if we consider this coordinate system, ito yung y-axis, ito yung x-axis. Okay, yung v natin ay in this direction. So yung v dito ay yung velocity nito nung charge na ito. No, sorry. Yung velocity nung source. Okay, yung velocity ng source. Okay, which is this one. Ito, velocity niya. And then yung r hat ay nakaturo dito. So yung angle between them is 90 degrees. So this is QB na lang. So yung magnitude is mu naught over 4 pi QV over R squared. Anong direction nung unit nung magnetic field? So, again, ang gagawin natin dito is right-hand rule. Lagay muna natin yung kamay natin sa direction ng V and then swipe natin papunta sa direction ng R hat. Makikita natin na ang direction ng magnetic field is towards Z-axis. So, ang unit vector na ilalagay natin dyan ay K hat. Excuse me. So, now that we know yung magnetic field, next step is to determine yung magnetic force. And yung magnetic force, ang equation is QV cross B. Okay? Then, anong force ang pinag-uusapan natin dito? It's the force that is exerted on this charge, the second charge, dun sa top charge. Okay, yung top charge na yan ay may velocity na negative v. Diba? So, ang gawin natin is papalitan ko lang to para lang ano natin, yan yung ma-associate natin yung force na yan na in-exert dun sa top charge. So, negative v yung ilalagay natin dyan. And then cross b, which is yung na-compute na natin dito. Okay. Yung velocity na yan ay in the direction towards the negative x-axis. So, lalagyan natin ngayon to, papalitan ulit natin yan ng q negative v I hat and then cross b. So, q negative v I hat cross mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught qv r squared k hat. So, meron tayong cross product ng I hat at k hat at alam natin yan ay equal sa negative j hat. Okay? And pag kinumpile na natin lahat ng numbers na yan, so we have mu naught over 4 pi and then q squared v squared over r squared and then j hat. Okay, so yan yung magnetic field ngayon na nararamdaman kay nitong top charge. Okay, so yung electric field na nararamdaman ng top charge dahil sa bottom charge ay ito. Yung magnetic field na nararamdaman ng top charge sa bottom charge ay ito naman. Okay, so FB, ang tinatanong dito is compare yung kanilang electric tsaka magnetic forces. And the one way to compare them is to get their ratio. So we can get yung ratio ng FB at saka ng FE. So this will give us mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught Q squared V squared over R squared divided by Q squared, sorry, oops, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. So 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q squared over R squared. And pag nire-write natin yan, makikita natin na ang lalabas ay epsilon naught, mu naught, and then V squared. Okay, kasi cancel yung Q squared, cancel yung, hindi mawala yung V squared, pero yung 1 over R squared ay magka-cancel. Yung 4 pi dito ay magka-cancel with yung 4 pi dito. And we are left with epsilon naught mu naught times V squared. Now, if you recall, okay, sinabi natin earlier na 1 over ng speed of light is equal to 1 over square root ng mu naught epsilon naught, or ang C squared is 1 over mu naught epsilon naught, or ang mu naught epsilon naught is 1 over C squared, which means na itong number na ito is V squared over C squared. And if V, tulad nung sa given, okay, is small, okay, kumpara dun sa speed of light, then yung ratio ng yung magnetic field is much, much smaller kumpara dun sa electric field. And in that particular case, okay, na kapag yung V is smaller than C, much smaller than C, then pwede nating i-ignore yung effect ng magnetic field between these two charges. Okay? Okay. Again, kung meron kayong questions, okay, don't hesitate to ask them, take a screenshot, okay, ask your questions via email or ilagay nyo sa Google Space. Okay, now tignan natin kung naintindihan nyo kung anong nangyayari. So, if the two protons are traveling parallel to each other in the same direction and at the same speed, is the magnetic force between them attractive or repulsive? Okay, so if we have two protons, okay, that are traveling at the same speed in the same direction, okay, and they are parallel to each other, ano yung mararamdaman nila ng magnetic force? So tawagin natin itong proton 1 and then ito tawagin natin proton 2. So tignan natin ngayon yung magnetic field na nararamdaman ng 2 as a result of 1. Okay, so based on sa equation, B is equal to Q, V, sorry, B is equal to mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon, Q, V cross R hat over R squared. Okay, so both of them have the same speed and they are traveling in the same direction. So yung magnetic field na naramdaman ng charge ng proton 2 dahil sa proton 1, okay, is anong direction ng magnetic field na yun? Okay, ang direction ng magnetic field na yon ay makukuha natin sa V cross R. So, ang V is in this direction, yung unit vector ng R hat in that direction. So, kung ilalagay natin yung V cross R, okay, ibig sabihin yung magnetic field ay out of the paper. Okay? So, kaya dot ang ilalagay natin dyan kasi it's pointing out of the paper. So, next, alamin natin kung ano yung force. Ang force is QV cross B. Now, we're considering yung V, okay, nitong proton 2. So, yung V na to, at ito yung B dito. So, V cross B, okay, pag ginamit natin yung right hand rule, B cross B, yung force na napoproduce dyan is downward. Okay, so this is the force exerted on 2 by 1. Okay, or ang gawin natin is 1 on 2. Force exerted by 1 on 1 on 2. Okay, now, yung charge 2 also produces a magnetic field at nararamdaman nung charge 1 yung magnetic field na pinoproduce niya. So again, anong nararamdaman na magnetic field nung charge 1 dahil sa charge 2? So, uh, V cross R pa rin. So, yung unit vector is in this direction. Okay? So, ibig sabihin V cross R hat. Okay? Pag ginamit natin yung right hand rule, then ibig sabihin yung magnetic field na nararamdaman nung nung charge 1 dahil sa charge 2 ay into the paper or inward. So, lalagyan natin ng X dyan. Okay, then if we compute for the magnetic force that the charge 1 experiences as a result of charge 2, we use the right-hand rule, V cross B, makikita natin yung magnetic force ay paakyat. So F1, F2 on 1. Okay, so now, ang magiging sagot natin dito for letter A ay attractive. Okay, if the two protons are traveling parallel to each other, then in the same direction at the same speed, then they are attractive. Okay, is the net force between them, okay, net force between them attractive, repulsive, or zero? Since they are equal, okay, then yung net force between them is zero. Okay, so ganyan mag-analyze nung situation. Okay, so what if now, if instead of just a simple single charge, we have a line of charge or we have a current? Okay, ano ang magiging result ngayon nung ating magnetic field? Ano yung magnetic field at a specific point as a result of this current? So we can derive the same equations as we did before and end up with an expression for the magnetic field that is written in this way. dB is equal to mu naught over 4 pi I dl cross r hat over r squared. Okay? Again, yung dB dito, ito yung magnetic field. Okay? Yung dl dyan, yan yung unit vector, yan yung length nung ano na to, nung segment nung wire na yan. Yung r hat is the direction from that line segment to the point kung saan gusto malaman yung magnetic field. Okay, and then yung r squared is of course yung distance from that line charge to the point kung saan mo nga gusto malaman yung magnetic field. Okay, in this particular case, okay, pwede nyo gamitin yung right-hand rule, and if you use the right-hand rule and look at it in this direction, makikita nyo na ganito yung magiging itsura niya. So ang magnetic field is in the clockwise direction. So nagro-rotate or merong circular na field na rotating in the clockwise na direction by using the right-hand rule. We can write itong magnetic field na to in terms of in integral form, di ba? For 1 mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught integral ng I dl cross r hat over r squared. Okay, and now we have this equation that describes yung magnetic field for a wire. Okay? Now, itong equation na yan na hinighlight ko dyan at itong equation na ito naka-highlight, both of them, okay, are called, both of them are called the Biot-Savart law or law of Biot-Savart. Okay? Biot-Savart. Okay, so this is also one of the important equations, so important laws sa magnetism or sa electricity and magnetism. Okay. Okay, so apply natin yung Biot-Savart law na yan sa example na ito. So dito sa example na ito, we have a magnetic field of a current segment. So copper wire carries a steady 125 ampere na current. Okay, to an electroplating tank. Okay, so yung meron kang tank dun sa and it's an electroplating tank. Find the magnetic field due to a 1 centimeter na segment of this wire at a point 1.2 meters away from it. If the point is A, point P1, as shown in the figure, okay, straight out the side of the segment, and B, point P2 in the XY plane, and on a line at 30 degrees to the segment. Okay, so tignan natin ngayon yung yung kung paano natin i-solve yung problem at kung paano natin kukunin yung magnetic field. So, dito meron tayong line of charge at ang gagamitin natin equation is of course yung Biot-Savart equation pero for a line of charge. Okay, so this is mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught integral ng I dl cross r hat over r squared. Okay, so since ito ay sa letter A, since ito ay uniform na line of charge, then yung DL natin ay pwede na nating isulat as yung length, okay, yung length ng wire. Okay, so DL is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, so paano ko isusulat ito? Sige, 1 centimeter or 0.01 meter. 0.01 meter. Okay, and ano yung direction ng DL? So yung direction ng current is towards the negative x-axis. So ang unit vector na ilalagay natin dito is negative negative I hat. Now yung R, yung unit vector, okay, ay nakaturo papataas. Okay? So yung unit vector ng R hat ay nakaturo pataas, which is along the direction of the tawag dito of the positive y-axis. So yung unit vector natin ngayon for r hat is actually j hat kasi nakaturo siya towards that positive y-axis. Okay, so ang magiging magnetic field natin dito ngayon is equal to mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught, and then sorry, ilagay na natin itong constants dito. So, mu naught is 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7 divided by 4 pi. So, 10 to the minus 7 Tesla meter ampere. Okay, times yung current, okay, which is 125 amperes, times yung DL, which is 0.01 meter. Okay, and then divided by r squared. Ang r is 1.2 meters, so 1.2 meters squared. Tapos meron tayong negative I hat cross j hat. Okay, so yung B natin ngayon ay given by negative, okay, 8.7 times 10 to the minus 8, a Tesla, and then K hat. Okay, so yun yung magnetic field at point P1. Okay, now at point P2, ano naman yung magnetic field? So in this case, yung DL ang kailangan nating ma-figure out. So dito yung DL may dalawa ng components. Meron siyang component along the x-axis and meron siyang component along the y-axis. So along the x-axis, ang component niya is nagpo-point towards the negative I hat. So this is yung length na 0.01 meter, tapos cosine 30 degrees, and then it points towards the negative x-axis. Yung unit vector naman, sorry, mali. Yung DL dito is 0.01 pa rin. Okay. And then, yung direction ng current is negative I hat. So, negative I hat. So, ang unit vector ay paganito. Okay. At yung unit vector na yun ngayon ay merong dalawang components. Okay. Yung component niya along the x-axis is cosine 30 degrees and it points towards a negative I hat. Okay, and yung component niya along the y-axis is sine 30 degrees and it's pointing towards the positive j hat. Okay, so if you plug that in dun sa ating equation for B, so that's B2, Then we have um, 10 times 10 to the minus 7 Tesla per meter times 125 amperes times 0.01 meter divided by 1.2 meter and then squared. Tapos, negative I hat, dun yun sa DL. And then, cross, negative I hat, sorry, cross cosine 30 degrees, negative I hat plus sine 30 degrees J hat. Okay. Now, ang I hat cross I hat is 0. Ang I hat cross I hat is 0. And ang I hat cross J hat is K, pero may negative sign ka dyan. So, negative K hat yung result dyan. So, yung B2 ngayon ay equal sa 4.3 times 10 to the minus 8 Tesla negative and then K, K hat. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now let's consider yung magnetic field, okay, as a result of a straight carrying conductor. Okay. We did this sa electric field kung naalala ninyo. Okay, and yung approach natin will be precisely the same. So ang gagawin natin is meron tayong magnetic field na mapoproduce in this direction. Titignan natin yung components niya along the x-axis and along the y-axis. Okay, and tawag dito. And then, isasum natin yung components nung DL na ito. Okay, sorry, sinesegment natin bawat isa na yan, tapos isasum natin yung contributions ng bawat isa sa mga segments na yan. Okay, so it's basically integrating, basically ang mathematics dito is integrating from negative A to positive A. Now, similar dun sa derivation natin sa electric field, makikita natin na lahat ng y components, okay, ay magka-cancel with the y components dun sa opposite na axis. Okay? In other words, pag dito ka sa positive na axis na to, positive y na axis, magkakaroon siya ng y component in this direction, yung magnetic field. Pero pag dito ka sa axis na ito, yung y component, okay, nung mga magnetic field ay in this direction. Okay, so yung magka-cancel lang yung mga Y components. Ang matitira ay yung yung mga X components. So yun lang i-consider natin yung X components. So dBx is equal to I dl cross r hat over r squared. And of course, yung mu naught over 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so yung r natin dito is x squared, square root ng x squared plus y squared. Yung dl natin, okay, ay yung dy kasi ito yung size ng segment. Okay, so dl is equal to dy. Okay, and then ito yung ating angle na ito yung ating sin phi. Ibig sabihin, ito ang angle na to is pi minus phi. So, uh, yung angle yung angle na ito is pi minus phi. And kung ito yung gagamitin natin na angle, yung pi minus phi na yan, ito yung pi minus phi. Then, yung component nung x-axis will be sine times pi minus pi. Okay, so yung dbx ngayon is mu naught I over 4 pi. And then, yung unit vector is ano na lang yan, um, along the x-axis kasi magka-cancel nga yung both y components, 'di ba? Sa directions sa along the y-axis magka-cancel yung mga unit vectors. Tapos 1 over r squared na lang lalagay natin dito. So ibig sabihin 1 over um, r squared is x squared plus y squared. Okay, and then integral yan, of course. Integral yan ng dy, yung dl is equal to dy, and then yung sine, okay, ng pi minus pi. Okay, now if we do the mathematics, ito yung sine pi, ito yung angle natin, ito yung x, ito yung y, at ito yung x squared, square root ng x squared plus y squared. Then yung sine pi minus phi, which is actually just sine phi. Okay, yan ay equal sa 1 x over x squared plus y squared square root. Okay, so yung dbx natin ngayon is just will be equal to mu naught I over 4 pi integral from negative a to a ng dy over x squared plus y squared times x raised to the 3 halves. Okay, and uh, if we if we solve this integral, okay, ang lalabas dito ay mu naught I or tanggalin natin subscript. Mu naught I over 4 pi, okay, times 2a over x square root ng x squared plus a squared. Okay, so ito yung magnetic field, okay, na nararamdaman at this point, okay, dahil dito sa line of charge na ito, or dahil diyan sa segment ng wire na yan. And tulad ng ginawa natin before, kung yung x ay palalayuin natin, palalakihin natin itong x na to, or itong point na to palalayuin natin to infinity. So x will become much, much larger than, okay, x will become much, much larger than a. Then, yung magnetic field will end up being equal to mu naught over 2 pi, x. So if x is very much larger than a. Okay, which is actually the same expression as we derived. Okay, hindi naman same expression but as similar expression na na-derive natin for the electric field. Okay. Or yung process ng pag-derive natin, it was very similar to how we derive yung electric field for a line of charge. Okay. Okay, so ano yung direction ng magnetic field dito? So basically ang gagawin lang natin is ito yung current ay nandito, so yung DL ay nandiyan, and then yung unit vector ay nakaturo doon. So we can use yung right hand rule, so DL cross R. So ibig sabihin at this point yung magnetic field ay inward. Okay, so inward yung magnetic field. Okay, at makikita rin naman natin yan dito kasi yung if we say na yung DL ay towards the y-axis, so that's J hat, and then yung matitirang component dito is X, so J hat cross I hat, that's negative K hat. So yung direction of magnetic field is towards the negative X axis. Okay. So let's consider two more examples. So we have a long straight conductor carrying a 1 ampere current. Okay, at what distance from the axis of the conductor does the resulting magnetic field have magnitude B equals 0.5 times 10 to the minus 4? Okay, so long straight conductor may 1 ampere na current. So and then yung distance ng magnetic field uh, is quite large. So pwede natin gamitin yung expression na nakuha natin dito. Mu naught I over 2 pi, 2 pi x. So we say na B is equal to mu naught I over 2 pi x. And if we want to find out yung distance na yun, then we have x equals mu naught I over 2 pi times V. Okay, so ang mu naught is 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. Divide natin yun by 2 pi, and then yung current is 1 ampere. Then divide natin yun by 0.5 times 10 to the minus 4 Tesla. So, ang x dito is 4 times 10 to the minus 3 millimeters or 4 uh, minus 3 meters or 4 millimeters. Okay? So, ganun lang kalapit yung kailangan nyo para makuha yung magnetic field na yan. Okay, what about if you have two wires? Okay, so figure 28.7 is an end-on view, okay, of two long straight parallel wires perpendicular to the XY plane. Okay, each carrying a current I but in opposite directions. Okay, tulad nung nakikita nyo dito. So, ito ay, yung wire 1 is out of the paper. This is into the paper. Okay, find B at points P1, P2, and P3. Okay, tapos find an expression for B at any point on the x-axis to the right of wire 2. So, ito yung wire 2 at any point dito sa right ng. So, dun muna tayo sa letter A. Okay, so sa letter A, anong makukuha natin? Anong makukuha natin dyan? Pinapahanap sa letter A is magnetic field at points P1, P2, and P3. So at point P1, okay, yung magnetic field, okay, yung magnetic field, magnitude ng magnetic field dahil sa wire 1, okay, is mu naught over 2 pi x. Okay, or in this case, it's 2 pi times 3d minus d. Diba? So 2d. So mu naught I over 4 pi t. Okay? Now, anong direction ng magnetic field dyan? So, if you use the right-hand rule, basically, ang gagawin nyo lang is ituturo nyo lang yung thumb nyo dun sa direction ng current, which is, in this case, out of the paper. And then, tignan nyo kung saan magka-curl yung kamay ninyo, di ba? So, ang pag-curl niya is in this direction, counterclockwise. So, pagdating niya rito, yung magnetic field dahil sa B1 ay downward, which is negative J hat. Okay, yung B2 naman, okay, ay inward, yung current. So, mu naught I over 2 pi, tapos gano'n siya kalayo? It's d plus 3d, so 4d. So, that will be equal to mu naught I over 8 pi d. And yung direction ng magnetic field dyan is upward. Okay, if you use yung right-hand rule, point yung thumb nyo towards into the paper. Okay, and then i-curl nyo yung fingers nyo. Pagdating dito, yung B2 is nakaturo sa plus positive y hat, positive y axis. So this is positive j hat. Okay, so yung B1, yung total magnetic field dyan ngayon is B1 plus B2, which is equal to mu naught over 4 pi d plus mu naught I over 8 pi d. Okay, this is negative j hat. Nakalimutan ko yung unit vectors. Positive j hat. Or equal to sa negative mu naught I hat over 8 pi d. Okay, j. Okay, at point B, okay, at point P2, okay, ano naman yung magnetic field dyan? Sorry. So B1, okay, is mu naught I over 2 pi, and then yung layo lang niya is t. And then yung magnetic field na mapuproduce at point P2, okay, is upward. So, positive j hat. Okay? At point P, yung B2 will produce a magnetic field with magnitude 2 pi, mu naught over 2 pi times d yung distance. Then it also points towards the positive y-axis, okay, pag ginamit niyo yung right-hand rule. So yung total na magnetic field dito is mu naught I over pi d and then j hat. Okay, and then yung at point P2, point P3, Okay, yung magnetic field dahil sa B1, okay, dahil sa wire 1, okay, ay equal sa mu naught I over, gano'ng kalayo yung point P3? Okay, it's 3D, di ba? So 2 pi times 3D. And then, anong direction ng magnetic field na yon? It will point uh, upward. Okay, so pag kinurl niyo yung fingers niyo, it will point upward, so J hat. And then yung B2 is mu naught I over 2 pi, tapos gano'n siya kalayo? Okay, so irong natin konti itong. Yeah. Okay, gaano siya kalayo? Uh, it's D, di ba? So, and then, anong direction ng pag-point nung magnetic field? Okay, it's towards negative y-axis. So, at point P3, yung B, ngayon, which is the sum of B1 plus B2, okay, is equal to mu naught I over 3 pi d and then negative j hat. Okay, so yan yung sa point B3, B2, and then B1. Okay, now, okay, so medyo kailangan natin ng konting space dito. So tignan natin. Okay, so mag-add na lang ako ng page. Okay, so to answer yung letter B, find an expression for B at any point on the x-axis. So, ang kailangan natin malaman dito is ano yung distance basically. Okay? So, from wire 1 and from wire 2 at any point dito sa region na to along the positive x-axis. So, ano yung distance dyan? So, ito yung letter B natin. So, dahil sa wire 1, okay, yung B ay equal sa mu naught I over 2 pi. Okay, tas sabihin natin na yung position na yun is x. Okay, so sabihin natin na here, okay, yung position na hinahanap natin, okay, na kinoconsider natin is x. Okay, so x. So that will be x plus d. Okay, so yun yung magiging distance niya, x plus d. And saan siya magpo-point? Okay, it will point towards the positive y direction. So this will be plus j hat. Okay, and then due to wire 2, okay, then etong ngayon ay may layo na 2 pi. Okay, so x minus d. Ibabawas kasi natin yan, di ba? So x minus d. And then yung direction ng magnetic field ay pababa. Pababa. Okay, B2. Okay, so this is negative j hat. So yung total na magnetic field ngayon is B1 plus B2, okay, or equal yan sa mu naught I over 2 pi x plus d, okay, minus mu naught I over 2 pi x minus d, and then j hat. Okay, now it should be straightforward to show. Okay, sige, mu naught I over 2 pi. Okay, and then lagyan natin yung j hat dito. Na ito lang ay equal sa x minus d minus x plus d over x squared minus d squared. Okay, x minus x is 0 and then negative d minus negative d. So, may negative 2d tayo. So, negative 2d. So, negative mu naught I d over pi and then x squared minus d squared and then j hat. Okay, so yan yung expression for the magnetic field at any point to the right of wire 2. Okay? Okay, so I think we'll stop here. Okay, and we'll continue with the next lesson on Wednesday next week. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, take a screenshot send me your questions sa Gmail or i-share niyo yung question niyo dun sa Google Space. Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend.